Okay, so I was talking about is it still going through? Yeah, yeah, okay. So I was talking about the um the fact that a lot of confidence comes from how people look. A lot of people's confidence derive from their appearance and how people perceive them, and especially actually a lot of it is just how you even see yourself. And basically what I was saying is, you know, if it's not something genetic, like for example, I have a bunch of moles on my face. I'm still insecure about to this day. There's one I'm not I've come to actually appreciate and kind of love the one on my head, which sounds kind of funny, but I have one on my nose. That one really bothers me just 'cause I don't know, it just seems it's something so unnatural. I think when people look at it, they're just kind of like, "Whoa, that's different." Whether that's a good or bad thing, I don't know. I think some people actually do kind of like it, which is weird. I do want it removed though. I'm gonna see if I can get it removed, but I'm still worried about the scar. I don't want the scar to be worse than the actual mole itself, and that's not even to mention the fact that it could come back, but that's besides the point. What I'm trying to get at is if it's something that can be changed, it's not genetic like my moles. Now, more than ever, we're seeing a lot of people talk about body positivity. I think that's amazing. I think you should absolutely love yourself if it's something that you have no control over. If it's a card that you're dealt with, if God or whatever you believe in is that if that's what they gave you, I'm not religious or anything like that, so I'm not trying to be sound like a fucking religious freak here, but if God, Allah, or whoever you have your faith under, if that's the card they give you, then you have to find peace in that. There's nothing you can do about it, and there's nothing you should want to do to change that because that's who you are. There's lessons to be learned from every card you're dealt in life. Whether, here's another example of me, I have Tourette's. I can't do much about it. I can control my diet and some exterior factors that have some impact on it, but at the end of the day, I'm never gonna stop tweaking. I'm never gonna stop tweaking. And honestly, I don't mind it when it's minor. I really have no problems with it. I couldn't care less. It's just when it gets bad that it's not so much about people looking at me. It can be a little embarrassing sometimes, but it's more so just a frustrating thing to happen because it just kind of scatters my brain whenever it happens, distracts me from whatever I was doing. Um, but it was more if it's something like you look in the mirror and you see you're not in the shape you want to be, you're not happy with your physique, or it could even be something less surface level or and more subconscious, like you're not who you want to be, where you want to be in life, you're not the personality you want to be. Um, like there's changes you want to make. You feel like maybe you're a little awkward, maybe you make people a little uncomfortable with the way you approach yourself or the way you behave around others. Those are all things that you can work on. And for as much as there's nothing wrong with loving yourself, I think that's kind of a is partially a bad mindset to get into because that makes you complacent. And you should never, as a person, ever be complacent with where you are because that's when you see no growth in yourself. That's when no progress happens in your life. And that's when depression sets in. As people, we're always looking for the next hunt. We're always looking for progress, for new achievements, for something to keep us going, something to keep our minds busy, and something to look forward to. Because we don't want to keep looking back or in the present of who we are and back of what we've done, the mistakes we made, any of that, because that's what's going to eat you alive. And that will sit with you for so long if you don't keep yourself busy, set your goals for yourself, and achieve things greater than what you achieved last time. Or it doesn't even have to be greater, it's just even small goals you set for yourself. Like, for example, today I want to wake up and be productive. And if I reach that goal, you might not always hit that goal, but as long as you're shooting for it, you're gonna be happy with the progress you made nonetheless. It's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with making mistakes, stumbling here and there, as long as you keep walking. My brother had a great analogy. It's like you're stuck in the middle of a forest and you don't know how to get out. What are you gonna do? Walk in circles? You're not gonna make any progress doing that. You just set a chart path. It might be the longest path, it might be the shortest path, but at the end of the day, as long as you keep walking straight, you're gonna find a way out of that forest, as opposed to second guessing yourself, walking one way and saying, "Oh shit, I think the other way was the shorter way. Maybe I'll go back," and then you go back and try the other way. Don't do that to yourself. Keep going. Put your head down. Get where you want to be. Don't be complacent. Love yourself as much as you want, but understand there is change that can be made. I love who I am. I'm happy with my personality. I make people around me happy. People love seeing me, and I love seeing people. I'm not aggressive. I'm not hostile towards people. I think I'm a pretty nice guy. I'm fairly humble, but I am ambitious, and I do, for as much good as I see in myself, I see all the wrongs with me, and I don't let those eat me alive. I'm not saying, oh man, like I'm never gonna be anything. I'm useless. I switched schools. I'm several years behind all my friends in school and education because I just don't know what I want to do with myself. No, no. I am very aware of where I am in the present time. Compared to my friends, I still don't have direction compared to them. They're set in their path. They're all almost done school. They're on their last year. They're going to get their degrees. They're going to go to teachers college. They're going to get a job. They're going to do this, that, whatever. And me, I'm still in school and I'm making videos online because to them maybe I just don't have direction or I don't really know what I'm doing in my life. But to me, I know exactly what I'm doing and I'm heading in the direction I want to be and I'm very happy with that. It might not seem like that from an outside perspective, but I'm making progress in where I want to be and what I want to achieve in my life. And I know that right now it's not a good look for my family. That's the part that has me bothered a bit, is because I'm not making money from these videos right now. I'm not, I'm not where I want to be yet. And because I'm not where I want to be yet, I'm still where I was at a first glance yesterday, or the times that I was sad and thinking that I'm useless. But I know for me personally, I am charting upwards. I'm seeing my progress from an outside perspective, from my own perspective, and I'm seeing growth. And that's what's important to me, and that makes me really happy, and that's keeping me happy right now. So, you know, even though everyone might seem like they're ahead of me, that might not also be the case. Some of my friends are going about to finish school, get a job, but they might not be happy with what they want to do, and eventually they might want to switch what they want to do, and that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. But at a first glance, yes, it seems like they're ahead of me and I'm behind them, and I think in reality, in our own personal perspectives, I might actually be happier than them. It sounds fucked up. I don't want to compare and compete with my friends. I want them to all be happy. But I'm just trying to give perspective on how, look where I am. I'm a bum right now. That's straight up what I am. I'm a bum. And they're about to be scholared and fully decorated scholars. That's what they're about to become, and eventually decorated employers. And I'm not that. But regardless of that fact, and all by all means, I should be upset with myself. I should be saying, man, I'm not gonna be anything. I'm a loser. I'm not this. I'm not that. Look at them. I'm fucking nothing compared to them. But that's not it at all. Actually, I'm seeing progress because I know that flaw I have. I'm well aware that I am that, and I want to change that. That's change I want to see. So I'm going to make that change. And whether people see it right now, that is okay. I actually have No problems with that. I thought that would be something hard for me to grip, is that nobody's gonna see my change right now in my life because it's just not there. Like, you really only start to understand change when you see, like, I don't know, maybe numbers go up in someone's lives. Like, I don't know, for example, I'm starting to make money from YouTube, maybe, I don't know, something like that. But I thought that would be something that bothered me because I want to be seen by everyone and respected, and I am for most part. A lot of people respect me for who I am. Maybe not the work I do, but who I am for sure. Um, but it actually doesn't bother me in the slightest because I see it in myself, and that's more than enough to make me happy right now. Because I know eventually when things do work out, and they will, and they absolutely will, then everyone will be happy with me, and then I can finally do what I want to do and give to them. But that's so I went on a bit of a tangent there. I don't know if that any of that really made sense, but that's what I mean when I say if there's something you can change about yourself, change it. Don't settle for where you are right now. And as much as people may judge you for where you are and for how much effort you've put in, for the lack of growth they might have seen from their perspective, if you know you're making that progress, don't worry about it. That should be making you happy. But don't stop. Don't give up if you hit a plateau. Don't give up if you trip and fall in your progress. If you see a little bit of a decline, maybe that's a natural. Because someone that has ups and downs is going to be a lot more knowledged and experienced and better fit to keep growing than someone that only sees upwards momentum. Because when that person that has upwards momentum crashes and falls, that's going to be really hard for them because they haven't had the test of any hurdles or obstacles in their way, any trials or tribulations. But you have, and you have the experience and knowledge to keep going regardless of that. So don't settle. It brings me back to another point. If you want to see maybe change in your physique, you're not proud of the way you look in a specific moment, you're more than welcome. More than welcome, that sounds so rude. Look, you can be happy with yourself. That's fine. It's your choice at the end of the day. If you don't want to see change because you don't feel like you really want to or need to, look, that's your choice. But I'm saying if you look in the mirror and maybe you even are happy, but be subconscious of what needs to change in yourself. Because if that can change, you should be making that change. Whether you really want to or not. Listen, I don't want to work out. I absolutely dread the idea of working out. But and I'm about to steal a quote from Andrew Tate. I know, very controversial, not very loved person on the internet. I get it. He has some very interesting opinions. But he made a great point once, and he said once, just once. No, I'm kidding. I'm getting sidetracked. He said people that work out don't want to work out. They just do it because they're disciplined. It's about discipline. And I would add to that, it's also about seeing progress and achievements in your own life. That's what'll keep you going. Should I see change in my personality or or maybe more subconscious aspects of my personality, maybe the way I approach conversations, maybe the way I introduce myself to people, or how I behave, or my mannerisms, stuff like that. Should I seek change in that if I'm happy with them? Yes, I should. There's always improvements you can make to yourself. Always. And you will never, ever get to where you want to be because you are human. You're going to make mistakes. If if you miraculously, I don't know how this would even be possible because it pretty much isn't. if you miraculously become exactly who you want to be, have exactly what you want, do everything you want, and you do have nothing left to do, you have no goals and no achievements, nothing changes, you're bound to stumble and make a mistake somewhere. And then that mistake causes for new changes to be made, or not new changes at all, but to just readjust to get back to where you were. So you should never stop trying to change or stop trying to see progress, because that's what keeps our engines going. We're people. We need to see change. We need to be better every day. I think my recording actually stopped. I hope not, though. Um, okay, I lied. It didn't. Um, and I also just realized listening back. So I'm using my I'm using my headset mic right now. I have a proper mic. I don't know why I'm not using it. This is something I just need to get off my mind. So I wanted to just say it as soon as I can before I start to forget. And it's something for me to listen back to in the future, because I think it's important that I just remind myself of my own goals sometimes. Um, but yeah, sorry for the quality of the mic. I can hear myself breathing, and it sounds like shit. But c'est la vie. Anyways, the next time I'll use the proper mic if I ever go on one of these rants again. But yeah, man, it doesn't matter where you are. Don't stop looking for change. You can't. You're gonna be complacent. You're gonna be uh, closed. That's actually how you become closed-minded, is when you're not looking for change, and you say, "Oh," then you start coming up with excuses. Listen, I absolutely love my zeos. I love them to death. They're family. They're blood. I'll do anything for them, and I was gonna say when, but once I make it, once I get to where I want to be, I will give everything back to them that they've given me. And as much as I love them, they are the masters of staying still in life. Except for my Zeo, so I'm talking Zeos. I only have Zeos on my mom's side, but my I have three zeros. One's a drummer. The drummer is actually is a very hardworking, ambitious guy. He has his own YouTube channel, by the way. You should check it out. It's Rudy Salerno on YouTube. He makes great drum videos. He does all the shit himself. I have literally no idea how he like uploads every fucking day. I don't know how he does it, but man's a mastermind. He has his own band. He's doing well for himself. Made a business in what he loves to do, and I have nothing but respect for him and what he does and all of that. I admire that. It's actually extremely inspiring for me personally. And my other two zeros, however, are less ambitious. I feel bad bashing them online. And by no means does this mean I have any hatred for them at all. None. I love them regardless of this fact. Because it is a fact. They're just less ambitious. And they are the masters of making excuses. They're very negative minded. They are pessimists, to put it lightly. Whenever something happens, whenever someone else finds success, they come up with all the reasons why. Oh, but this, but that, but they're fucking the losers. They make shit music. They this, that, this, whatever it is. You know, they're always coming up with reasons why they shouldn't have what they have. That person shouldn't be where they are, or why they're nothing. Sometimes I even hear them compare themselves or compare those people that are very successful to themselves when they were younger. Like, oh, back in our day, we had it all, blah, blah, blah. Yes, you guys did, but you gave it up. You became complacent. You stopped setting goals. You stopped looking for progress in your own life. And look where you ended up, okay? I love you guys. I'm going to put in the work for you guys now so that I can give you everything you've wanted. But what I'm saying is, you become that, you become what they've become. Negative. You're angry at the world. You're angry at yourself. You're angry at the people around you. You have no positivity. You have nothing to be grateful for, so you can't give anything back to people. You know, yes, you have your family and they always show me love. That's the one thing they'll never stop doing is being loving to me and being caring and always supporting me. You know what? My zeos actually I've shown them a couple of videos, not the ones I have uh, of my I don't know if you want to call them vlogs. I kind of hate calling them vlogs, but it's kind of what they are. I haven't shown them those because I don't think they would like those very much. But they always show support on the videos I did for school or the videos I did personally or for family or for some work I may have done. But they've always shown me support and they've always told me that they love them, blah, blah, this, that, that. Always been supportive and I love them for that. But just don't become them. You don't want to become them. They're the antithesis of broken, spirited people. They don't have the motivation in them to become anything more anymore. That their ambitions and their dreams are gone. They don't see where they want to go. They don't have paths or charts they've set for themselves. They don't they don't care anymore. And it's so sad because they're all great people and they have so much talent. My Zeos are musically talented people. They had such a successful band when they were younger and they gave it all up because they didn't want to keep up with it anymore. They stopped setting goals and they became complacent. You see what I mean? They were happy with what they had and they threw it all away because they stopped trying to progress. They stopped looking for changes, what they could be doing better. They thought they had enough, and it wasn't because they don't have it anymore. So, yeah, whether you're happy, sad, whatever it may be, whether it's personalities, something very subconscious, physical, anything like that, I understand there's a lot of body positive and personality positivity posts on Instagram and shit like that. That's all noise. Listen, as much as I want people to be happy with who they are, and you should be, there's no reason not to be. Don't give up on looking for change because then you'll stop being happy. Keep setting goals, keep achieving your dreams, and stay happy, guys. I love everyone, and peace out. Take care.